Hello to everyone. Welcome, welcome. It is your girl. It is Cynthia J, your co-host, your birthing doula, your inspirational healer, and your psalmist, and so much more. How is everyone doing today? Today is Thursday, and guess what it is on this lovely Thursday? It is 1/11/24. So if you guys haven't gotten yourselves ready for today, on this 1/11/24 prophetic numbers, prophetic day, you better get yourself ready, ready, ready. You better hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button to tag a friend in. For those who are on TikTok live, if you're on my Instagram, get on ahead and hit on that YouTube right now, because we're not going to be doing too much on live on Instagram like we used to. We want to use that YouTube a lot more, and we need to use this TikTok a lot more, and all my other stream podcast lives and feeds. So today we're going to be talking about topics on some updates, current events, and so much more that's been going on within the last few days. And I know you guys been keeping up with everything that's been going on in the last few days, the breaking news in different states, the stuff that you've seen. I know a lot of people been up on here chiming. I don't want to do a lot of gossip. We're not going to be on here too long tonight, but I know you guys been keeping an eye out for those who was looking at the Oscars with Angela Bassett, the situation with Cat Williams, and he did another feed with Willie D, and also some issues that's been going on in other states that you and I are unaware of, that's going on, that is not being said on national TV news. This is why media's like TikTok, Instagram, a little bit of Facebook. I ain't gonna get too much into that, but like Twitter and all these other platforms are very important to know what's going on behind the scenes, because you'd be very amazed that there's been a few issues that people are unaware of. So, just to start off, for those who don't know, and for those who do know, this past week they have found in Mississippi 215 bodies buried. This is in Jackson, Mississippi. In Mississippi, for those who are aware of it, in Mississippi, behind a police station backfield was unidentified buried bodies with metal poles sitting down in the ground, guys. When I came across that video, I was just appalled. You guys can go on YouTube and find this. You can type in 215 bodies buried in Mississippi. This is a sad thing to see, 215 bodies buried behind a field in between woods near a police station. And you know, the sad thing about that is a lot of these family members have been reporting their loved ones missing, and nothing had been done about it. There is one mother who did not know that her son had been arrested and was murdered on the day that he was arrested. Never heard anything until later on, when people came across the burials of these loved ones' bodies buried behind the police station. Come on now. Come on, brothers and sisters. How much more do we need to hear about that? We are living in some dangerous times. Like, seriously, we are living in some dangerous times. 215 counting in Mississippi. Now, unless you live in Mississippi and you are catching this on your, news in your area, you can hear about this on Fox over there, which surprised me because you didn't technically hear it too much over here in the eastern side. However, it's sad when you gotta pull up and hear about it elsewhere. So if you guys haven't got a chance, get on YouTube and go ahead and type that in, because it's very, very sad. Like, seriously. I'm gonna see if I still got that video, because it broke my heart to see about 215 bodies, unidentified bodies of loved ones who had been not reported arrested, or had been arrested and not reported dead, or anything to the family. The one mother, her son, who she knew nothing about that happened to him. Do you know? They said that she had to pay for to get her son back. Why you gotta pay the state to get your child back? Does that make any sense? Because it doesn't make sense to me. Does that make any sense to you guys? She had to pay for the get her child's remains back and to get the death certificates that they held. She had to ask for the death certificates from the police station. This is what they said on the video, guys. Go ahead and look it up. This is a sad thing to hear about, and it's a hurtful thing. A Black young man, and so many bodies back there, so many bodies. And catch this: the bodies were not even, you know, like most time you take, when people pass away, they go to the morgue and been embalmed and all that. These bodies were not embalmed. These bodies were just placed in bags and buried. They were seeing buzzards flying around in the area. That's what kept drawing the attention. Buzzards flying around the area. This is a sad time. And this is where we need, our angelic divine answers to come in and do some work with us, because this don't make sense. To be turning around to hear about 215 bodies in Mississippi buried behind a forest and behind the police station. You cannot say that this is not something that's just not common. No, it's common. We are going back into the past of the Stone Ages. Back in the day, repeating history all over again. For those who don't know me, thank you for chiming in on TikTok. I'm your girl, Cynthia J, podcaster. I'm also your inspirational healer, your herbalist, your birthing doula, and so much more. That is me, your sister, your girl, Cynthia J. I do more than just this, but I'm also keeping y'all update to some news that's been going on around the world. Not just only that's been going around the world. How many of you guys heard about a couple who was a police officers who were murdered by the mistress? That's another thing that's been going on. 2 married police officers murdered by another officer who was a mistress. What is going on? What is going on out here? Like, seriously, these some crazy things that's happening out here. Like, I have no words for that. How much more do you need to hear about stuff like that? This is crazy. 2 law enforcements, which goes to show that the other spouse didn't think of the danger. And it doesn't matter if you're a police officer, if you working in the military, if you working in the hospital, wherever you working at, and you're married and you stepping out and you working in a place that you're fraternizing with somebody that you work with in the same place you and your wife work with, you are setting yourself up. Look what happened. Now the man and the woman, both police law enforcement, is dead. Now this police officer is locked up for murder charges. Yes, that's what's been happening, people. That's what's been happening. And this goes to show you that it's just too much. This is going on. I mean, this is just too much going on. Also, how many of you guys caught about the news about this brother who was arrested back in 1976 over something that he didn't do? This like repeating of another Emmett Till, but in a different manner. Right here, it talks about a Black man who spent 44 years in prison before he was extradited to get a record of $25 million in settlement. This happened in North Carolina. This was a Black man who was arrested. And right here, his family did a lawsuit. And the brother's name is Rodney Long. He's 68 years old. They had settled his civil lawsuit with the city. And this situation happened about, they say 25 miles. But anyway, they were going for 22 million, the city said in the release today. And so far, they gotten half of that already and still in for more. He was wrongfully convicted of a rape. Wrongfully convicted of a rape by a prominent white woman. And now, in the whole entire history, has been settled with a 25 million or more for 3. They said this is settlement has been going on more than 3 years after he was extradited. Now he has gotten so far 22 million. Another brother wrongfully accused of something from the past. And back in those days, DNA tracings was a little different. Now DNA can trace They had more evidence, people more witness to these things. See, this is how you know that the universe is doing something different in the atmosphere, exposing every walk of life that's going on in today's society and today's nations and countries and so forth. Because everything has been exposed and is being exposed big time. And this is sad that this man has spent this long in jail for 44 years for a rape he never committed. And he wasted time. He had time wasted. 44 years. He's 68 years old with a settlement of 25 million. And so far he's got 22 million. I mean, he can still go ahead and travel around the world and donate and build a legacy, but majority of his years is lost. He probably can't even, I could be wrong. He probably can't even bend down and touch his toes. Who am I to say? Probably can't. However, to turn around and have your life taken and be in prison for 44 years, that number 44, 44 years. But guess what? That money will do well for his family. And if he do it right, he will be able to leave them not only a legacy, if he put in an entrepreneurship, but he will leave them an investment. So that just go to show you what's really going on out here. Like, this is crazy. That's a long time. 44 years? God. And then to come back out and you be mad about everything that you feel like you wasted time. Like, seriously, who in the world does that? Who? Why? I mean, come on. Another thing is we need to really pay attention more with family members who are going through stuff, because I'm seeing more now mothers out here and fathers out here killing their children. There's been a lot of updates on that too as well. I also need us to just keep these people in prayer, because this is just some deep stuff that you could never imagine that in the last 10 years I have been sitting back has been a big change. All right, so last but not least, for those who have been listening and watching and keeping up to date with Cat Williams exposing everybody, and then after Cat Williams took the rabbit out the hat, he did a good magic trick. I ain't even mad at him. He did a good magic trick. He took the rabbit out the hat. After that, everybody started gunning. Ludacris started gunning through a rap. I was listening to that, and this was on Instagram, and I was just like, did he just really do that? Like, what he was rapping about, I was just like, you just can't compete with that. This is Cat Williams. Some people just don't like him. That goes to show you, when you are doing what you're supposed to do and people keep nipping at you, eventually you are going to expose everybody for the right time, right season, right time. He had exposed everything and everyone that was necessary. The beginning of this season was the right time. I'm not going to say, everything and was, all peaches and cream and was right. However, it needed to be done. It needed to be done. People like you and I on the other side, in the civilian world, we were already saying and noticing the things that's going on with celebrities and other artists and other people who are out here, really the public influencers, how much things they be doing. And it's just like, okay, you see them, there's some of them doing podcasts, and some of them are more than what we know. Yet it's hard to find some real people, like people that's for real, that can still hold themselves accountable, that can still sit back and say, okay, you know what? Yeah, I messed up. However, I can hold myself accountable, blah, blah, blah. No. But one thing we did notice, that as people was coming back, speaking on him, and Ice Cube was up there, he was talking to, so I looked at his video too as well. He didn't say anything bad. Shout out to, Ice Cube. Still, he was making knowledge that certain things that he wasn't going to allow in the video, like the part where cats talk about how he, didn't think it was right in the Friday to turn around and see a man being raped by another man. That part, I get where he was coming from. All the other stuff, I love how he really measured his words and how he was sitting back articulating on what he was going to say before he said it. I love how he was smooth with it. Other people was like, okay, he was drinking, so forth and so forth. Yeah, some people when they drink, they just talk crazy. Some that smoke, they just be foolish. But let me share something with you. There are some, it's true what they say. Like a person, especially an alcoholic, a true alcoholic. I ain't talking about these drunks that just fall over and pass out. I'm talking about true alcoholics. They say when they are feeling good and they in their right mind and the right point, they will tell the truth. And when the truth come out, you will know. And the truth has coming out. And everything with it on top of his intelligence, he has been speaking the truth. And he even talked about himself. So with that being said, shout out to our brother Cat Williams. You know, it's funny because everything he's saying, Monique did say. Monique was saying that when she was fighting against, Netflix and them with the whole thing of how much they was paying other people and how they weren't really paying us, our people, those who are really out here bringing the views, bringing the audience, making people laugh and so forth. And we don't think about that, but these are the things that we got to play back. And I'm glad that some people actually play back these videos. And when they play back these videos, they are actually taking the time to remind us what we forgot that had already been said. We need these videos to be replayed back. We need these videos to resurface. We need these original things so that we can correct what we're doing wrong and hold ourselves accountable. That goes for men. Now, even that really goes for us women too, as well. So it's been a lot that's going on, but I'm not gonna stay on that topic too long. But the next thing also too, I was watching this video on another one on Instagram of this woman teaching children, and these were young girls, matter of fact. They were, I see you, brother. They were up here teaching them how to swing a pole. At first, I was like, okay. Then I had to sit back and think about it for a second and look again. I said, hold on, little girl swinging on a pole. What in the world? Yes, little girls learning how to pole swing. I don't know how to feel about that because my spirit just does not agree. I don't know about you guys, but my spirit do not agree on that because then we could be teaching our children the wrong thing. And then when they get out here, they are being exposed to what we try to keep them away from. Yeah. I was very I was very shocked. I was looking at this woman and the girl was flipping on the pole. The girl looked like she was about 8 years old. And I was like, what in the world? You see all of the other girls in there? I think the youngest one I seen, it looked like they could be no older than 4. And I was very shocked about this. So I'm telling all parents, the real ride or die parents, be careful what your children are watching, looking at on these videos. Don't get too caught up in whatever idea people are putting out there to say, hey, you should try this. This should work for your kids. No. Be careful. No. Because it may look like a good thing, but it could be misleading them into a direction that you thought was good, but it really is not. Pole dance. This little girl was flipping upside the pole and gliding down the pole. No. I do not recommend it, nor do I condone it. Also, another thing, I know some of you guys have already heard about this in other states like California. They are posting up on all their restaurants of things that are chemical wise in their food. This is why I've always been funny about fast food. I don't try to stay away from that stuff. I really don't eat meat. For those who don't know, I stick to my vegetables and all that other stuff. No, why are you in here, young man? Daddy, my pup walked up in here. Daddy, he's not listening. He wanted to be in the camera. So yes, my pup. No, we don't do that. That's our big baby. So yes, he is a part of the family. We ended up getting him last year. He is a big baby and he tries to mark his territory, but I have to let him know mama rules. Mama rules. But anyway, with that being said, definitely like I was saying, be careful with your kids, guys, and all this other stuff that's going on. It's just too much. But back to the McDonald's thing, yes, it is true. Be careful if you guys are still eating that stuff, and you don't have to believe me if you don't want to. I know I don't eat it. I haven't been to McDonald's in I don't know how long. What, 3 years now? Might be off on the calculation. But at the time, I didn't know no better neither. But now that I know better, when you know better, you share with your brothers and sisters out here. Stay away from eating that food. Stay away because you don't know what they're putting in it. Everything is changing. The food's changing. The quality of everything is changing. They're putting chemicals. They're putting things in it. And it's causing people to become sick. I'm seeing more people now becoming more sick than ever before. I have helped people in areas that I would never even thought to be even helping them right now due to the fact of what's out here in the food and they are eating it and it's causing a lot of underlying conditions like besides high blood pressure, cancer. I've had a lady where I knew where her nails started changing color like a fungus, and she thought maybe it was just from, you know, she didn't eat sweets or anything like that. However, still what you eat, it can change you. And I told her, I said, a lot of times when you eat something that's out of the norm and your nail color is changing, you better be watching what you eat as meat because it may not be meat. That's another thing I've been seeing. So definitely make sure you are paying attention to what you eat. Go to Amish markets, go to local farms, actually see what they're doing. If you're going to eat it, try to eat it to a certain limit. Be careful, like for real, because you don't know what you're eating. We all don't know what we're eating. When you're going to say, well, what about the vegetables? That same thing goes with that too, because again, we don't know what we're eating and we don't know where they're growing at, even down to the fish. There are some people that don't know that some of the fish are coming from other parts of the country, but those fish are being used to clean their water system out. When I was overseas and I would see them had a tilapia, I used to see these big stream tilapias, a whole bunch of them. You would go past and you would see them in the ground in the water, but I just thought it was just something they were just traveling to catch them and float them in, not knowing that they were cleaning out the water system. I thought it was a joke. And then when you turn around, you eat and you wonder why you having arthritis in your body and inflammation and all these other things. So definitely be careful to, especially to my sisters, to the kids. Be careful what you're feeding your children too, because this does cause infect. So I just wanted to bring that out to you guys. Again, I'm your girl Cynthia J, aka your herbalist, your birthing doula, your inspirational healer, your psalmist, and much more. For those who just chiming in, our topic is just on some updates and current events that's going on. Also, be careful with this weather. If you up over here in the East Coast, the weather's been very, very, very tricky. I've been telling people to make sure, don't get caught up in that agenda. They're talking about mask yourself and all that other stuff and take the shot and yada, yada, yada. To each his own. I don't go against whatever other people do. However, I care about you. I would tell you, start by healing yourself mentally, physically, and spiritually. Heal yourself on what the foods you eat. Heal yourself and other things so that you can make sure that you will not be, out here getting sick. Make sure if your kids are out in public schools, when they come home, they discarded the things that they have on so that they don't pass it to you and you don't pass it to them and you don't hop back in your bed with these things as well. What else your sister got going on out here? It's again that there's been a couple of other things that has been going on. So pay attention to all the phenomena that's really going on. I know y'all heard about Florida, right? People said they thought they saw something in the mall, look like other beings. You guys haven't heard about that one yet? I don't know what to tell you. It's been said about hearing about other beings a long time ago. For real, for real. It's been said about this a long time ago. You know, they trying to butter people up, so be careful with that. Also be careful. Y'all know these elections and stuff are coming soon. So be mindful of the massages and the fried fish and the French fry they try to promote to you guys and all of us. You know what that means, what they're trying to do. But last not least, before we end this podcast, and this be the shortest podcast I ever did today, keep an eye out for April 4/4/2024. Your girl, truly, myself, Cynthia J, is coming out with her inspirational single, I Put My Trust, to encourage, to inspire, to uplift, to elevate, to recharge, to give you an extra boost to know that you can put your trust in the God in you, the divine entity, the divine femininity, the divine masculine, all the things that's within you to elevate you, to encourage you, to uplift you, to inspire you, to push you, to drive you to your next level. So, again, that day is special to me because that's my brother's birthday. For those who didn't know, my brother passed in November of last year. We had to allow him to ascend into the back into the ancestors and the divine God's hands at that particular time. His life was taken without our consent. That's why you heard me say before, fight against these hospitals, because I'm gonna tell you now, we live in a system over here in America. For those who are on here who's not from over here, they will try to tell you what they want. And it's necessary that you let them know that they don't have the final say. It's necessary that you fight for your family, because if it was you laying there, they'll be fighting for you. And I tried my very best to fight for my brother, even though I wasn't his beneficial, his power of attorney. Yet I still fought for him, and I made sure that as I was fighting for him, that they knew that they were not dealing with no ignorant, black, average, just little bitty ghetto-fied, hood-fied type of woman. No, you were dealing with a FBA, foundational black woman, who was standing for her brother. We are still fighting on his behalf. For those, if you know of any lawyers, good lawyers in the up and down in the East Coast, who is licensed in all states, if so, even in 2 or 3 states, if they govern in Virginia, then the DMV, DC, Maryland, North Carolina, whatever, if they can bounce all through states, hit your sister up in a DM and share some of these powerful attorneys' information, because a lot of them so far has been trying to avoid us, and they affiliate with the Centera hospitals, which to me are not all great up and down here. They used to be back in the day, but I don't know what's going on, the type of people that they hiring. And I'm not trying to say that there are not no good doctors and nurses out there. There are some who are actually out there for us, who believed in their purpose of helping people and healing. However, you have a lot of them putting on these coats, I call them robes, these jackets, as a cover up with their true character of who they are, to try to bank. It's a money making industry out here. Remember the hospitals? When I think of a hospital, I think of a morgue. Sorry to say it. When I think of a hospital, I think of a morgue. You're better to heal yourself before you hop up in there. And since the pandemic, many more people have died more now than being saved. So I'm gonna tell you now, take care of yourself, take care of your body. Take your time when you're driving on your dual highways, your interstate highways, single roads. Be careful during the season when it comes to the weather. Don't think that you Speedy Gonzalez, for those who think they on Fast and Furious, be speeding. Wear your seatbelt going. I understand and understand that sometimes the seatbelts may not always be the best in some certain circumstances. However, for me, the seatbelt has saved me from being hit by a drunk driver and being, extended out of the car. When I got out, the EMT was shocked that I was still alive. If you seen the vehicle, it was smashed like a pancake. You will wonder, how did I get out of there with no broken bones, no scratches, just sore and swollen? That's it. But that seatbelt still helped me from being ejected from out of that vehicle. I share this with y'all, especially to my men out there, because some of them don't like to wear seatbelts on. To my brothers, a little few of my sisters, and out of them, my babes, children will also remind you. When you tell them what they need to do, they will remind you too. So let's be an example to one another for good reasons, with a pure heart, so that we can make sure that all of us are protected so we won't end up in the hospital. Again, make sure you're doing your best to eat right, live your life right. I know sometimes money ain't gonna be easy in getting foods and the things that you need. Ask for help from someone next door. Hey, beautiful. I see you too. Oh, thank you. I love you guys. Stay tuned for next week's next episode podcast with some more updates and current events. Just make sure that you are doing what y'all doing. Why are we wearing the same outfit? Are you serious? We wear positivity too. Yes, positivity. I love that. See, you never know when kindred spirits connect. Yes. What lets you know positivity, encouragement, laughter, and love. I send it out to you, love. But definitely to all of you guys, stay tuned for more updates coming soon. And check me out on my YouTube channel under Cynthia J22. You can also go in there and type in Stretch Your Faith, Cynthia J, and you'll still catch my videos, the lives, all that good stuff. I try my best. I'm not looking for a whole bunch of followers, but if people love to be encouraged, and you encourage me too, because I need you, you need me. We are together at this, and yes, definitely. We need each other. This is some real stuff. This is real love. It's too much going on out here. It's only a few of us that go out here and share the love that we have to one another. You can also find me on my Instagram page under CynthiaJ.gospel. You can also find me on Facebook under Cynthia J as well. You can also find me on Twitter, letter N underscore anointed. And if you know somebody looking for to check out my streams on podcasting, go on Rest Stream and you'll find me on all my podcasts so far. Your sister has managed to be live on this podcast for 1 year and 2 weeks, and that is a blessing. I was not even this was not even my forte. This was something I wasn't even geared to do. My forte was helping sisters out here to prepare for their pregnancies, being a postpartum and a birthing doula and a healer to help you heal energy wise, and as a herbalist and a psalmist. But when it comes to the divine, the divine will open up doors of things you would never expect. So if you have a gift in you, birth it out here. Also share it with someone you know that need it, not no person that's just zapping your energy and sucking you up dry like a vampire. Make sure you are giving this to teach to the children, because that's true. And every time when I say teach to the children, I think of when Michael Jackson did that song that they are our future. Our children are our future. Our children are our legacy. Our children are our gift and blessing. Even when they pluck our nerves and give us gray hairs and scare you out of your seats on some of the stuff they did, they doing now. Yes, YouTube. You can find me on Cynthia J22, or you can go and type in Cynthia J Stretch Your Faith, and then you'll see all my music come on, and the live videos also will be on my page as well. So definitely, again, you can go on my profile as well and click on my profile link right here on TikTok. For those who don't know, you can go on my TikTok and go on my profile. You'll see the link connect to my link tree, and you'll definitely see my videos up on there too as well. And you can subscribe on there as well. For those who are unaware of my Facebook page, just go on to Cynthia J. You'll still see all of that information, which I do love that I have. It's under my profile page, under my link tree link. Click on that. You'll be able to see all social media platforms. So I love you guys. Enjoy y'all day. Thank God it's Friday tomorrow. Make sure y'all taking your time when you get off of work. Make sure that you are thankful before you leave out today. Make sure. I know some of you guys already did this already before the New Year's came, but continue to write your list down. Continue to write your list. Write more on your list of what you are desiring today to manifest in your life. Speak good into others who do wrong to you. Speak good unto others who do wrong to you, because the universe is going to flip that thing back to make sure that you receive your open blessings. Make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to do out here to help your peoples, our loved ones, our elders, everything. Because everything now is being divided so badly. But at times like this, division is good because it exposes those who you need to see who's for you and who's not for you. And in due season, he will unify us with those who are for us to expand in our harvest. So this is our year. This is our year. Let this be you and I year so that we make sure this year don't just end with a bang, it excels with a bang. So I love you guys. Thank you for joining the Cynthia J Show. Again, I'm your co-host, Cynthia J, aka your inspirational healer, your herbalist, your birthing doula, your psalmist, and so much more. I love you guys. Thank you guys for supporting me. And all I do, hit that like button, share, like someone. Just even if you up here, say, hey, follow me. I follow you. But let us be genuine about it. Like for real, because we get so many of us up here, we say it, we do it, and then next thing you know, they flake, and then it's not real love. We need that real unconditional love. So I love you guys on TikTok. I love y'all on Instagram or stream. All of you guys, be blessed. Enjoy your week. Be safe. I don't know how much more to stress it. Be safe. Be safe. Be safe. So again, if y'all like to donate and sponsor, that information is also in my platform as well. Before I forget, if you guys would like to donate and sponsor, that is also in my platform. So make sure that you hit that platform so you can see it. You can email me at cynthiaj@gmail if you'd like to be a sponsor. If you're looking for anything. Oh, and last but not least, for those who are having any trauma issues or anything like that, definitely hit me up. I would gear you to an amazing sister who helped those in abuse and trauma and so many other things, because she personally went through it and she has helped heal so many of those that I personally got to meet in the process of their healing process for them, just by singing to them and them being encouraged and uplifted. So if you know anyone that's going through some issues, if you don't want to do it this way, find someone to help someone with it. Okay. So don't let none of us leave out non-void. But I love you guys. Again, hit that like button and share. Stay tuned for other things that's coming into place. Check out your sister, April 4, 4/24. The album I Put My Trust in You will be coming out. I put my trust in God, in me, that elevates me to the highest level. Do the same for yourself. Peace and love to all my TikToks. I love you guys, family. Shout out to everyone else. And just make sure that we all stay in tune, because we need each other more than we know. Peace.